catharsis, that you would feel better or worse or happy or sad or something after you would listen to a piece of music or a play or a painting. It would make you feel something, right? And that was its mission and its purpose, so that you could be cathartic, and it would be somehow entertaining in some way. But that the purpose of art, the purpose of culture, was to keep the peons happy or sad or in a state of agitation, right? And that now in every great moment in history, and we're talking about great moments in history, this idea of culture was completely, totally violated. And in fact, what we call Western civilization was based upon the epic poetry of Homer, and that's a fact, from the Greek period, which issues the great Greek dramas of Aeschylus, of Sophocles, of Euripides, but mainly Aeschylus and Sophocles, as a reflection of the power and vision of Greek society developed by Homer in the famous Iliad and the Odyssey. In other words, what Homer did was create out of a people that were backward. The Greek tribes were backward. And they went through a terrible dark age, what was called the Battle of Troy. What occurred at the end of the Battle of Troy, both to the Trojans, who were defeated, and literally their city was burned to the ground by the Greeks, and salt was sown on their fields so they would never, ever grow again. Besides, and the kind of slavery that the Trojans who survived, the few Trojans that survived, were forced to live under Greek tyranny, resulted also in a tragedy for Greece itself, which was developed by Homer, but more, and then developed further by Aeschylus in his famous Orestean trilogies, in which Agamemnon, who comes home from the Trojan Wars, gets killed by his wife Clytemnestra. Clytemnestra gets killed, and this is a true story. These are not entertainments, right? This is what happened. Agamemnon gets killed by Clytemnestra when he comes home. Clytemnestra gets killed by her son Orestes, right? And then Orestes is almost killed by the Erinyes, right? And there's a very interesting change that Aeschylus indicates in this, and I'll get to that. But that Greek society had gone through a terrible tragedy.